for this lab practical, you guys are going to be making spinach and artichoke canapes. Now keep in mind, a canopy is a base, a spread, and a garnish. So our base for this is a piece of French bread. Now I'm going to be cutting this into some nice thin slices. You guys will be making a lot more than I am because I'm simply just doing this for the demo, but you can get the idea of how many pieces. So I have 3 pieces here that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to set those aside for my canopy here in a little bit. The next thing that we need to prep is our spread. So in our spread, we are going to be using cream cheese, and I'm going to be putting this into a small bowl right here. We have a little bit of mayonnaise. Get all that mayonnaise out of the bag. Into our bowl. And then a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to go ahead and use my rubber scraper to simply just mix this all together, making sure that it is all combined. This is going to be the spread. It's going to go right on top of that French bread that we just sliced. I'm using a little bit of a smushing technique here, and that's going to help to break up that cream cheese. Now it should be softened. It will have sat out for a little bit, and that should make this a little bit easier, but we don't want chunks of cream cheese. We want to make sure that it is all nice and combined with that mayonnaise and that salt and pepper. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit and put it on each of my pieces of bread. And there is our spread. The next thing that we do is we have a couple toppings that we're going to put on here. We have some grilled chicken breast, and this is going to be pre-cooked. You guys aren't going to be cooking this for the lab practical. But because this is an appetizer type bite-sized little piece, we want to make sure that our chicken is bite-sized as well. So I'm going to give this a nice rough chop just to make sure that I have some bite-sized pieces. Okay, and I'm going to put a few on each top of my pieces of bread here. The next thing that we have is we have a little bit of tomato. Again, I'm going to be doing just a nice chop. Okay, putting a few pieces on top of each one. Now, the bigger pieces of bread, this is going to be a little bit easier. And mine are pretty tiny, but hopefully this will be give you the idea for when you guys go to actually make this. Okay. I also get a little bit of artichokes, because this is a spinach and artichoke dish. So I'm going to slide my tomatoes over and chop up a piece of artichoke here. Now I'm putting these all on separately. You could, if you wanted to, mix all of these toppings in a bowl and then separate that or pour a little bit of that mixture on top. But I'm just kind of topping these on in this way. Okay. We get a little bit of spinach on top of each as well. I'm going to chop this a little bit too. And then the last thing that's going to go on top of this is some cheese. And we have 2 different types of cheeses here. We have a mozzarella and a Parmesan. I'm going to top these with some cheese and then bake them in the oven until that cheese is all nice and melted, and then you guys will get to eat them. Enjoy!